Hey guys, it's Christine from Blooming Brilliant, and today is Fundanoodle Friday. I don't know why I'm singing. Anyway, so it's the day that I share with you another amazing product from Fundanoodle. Today I'm going to share with you this workbook that I have here. It is the I Can Write Cursive workbook, great for ages 7 and up. And let's just get started. Okay, so let's get to the first page. The first page is tips for parents, and you're going to get some information about learning cursive, and then how to hold the pencil, and then your paper placement. And this I absolutely adore about Fundanoodle, because they not only share with you how to hold the paper, but they give you recommendations for if you're a left-handed writer or if you're a right-handed writer, which is something that many companies don't do. They don't really even consider left-handed writers, and I love that they are open to both left-handed users and right-handed users. That's why they have the binding on the top and not on the side. It's just a great feature that they make very important in their products. And then the last little bit on that page is about paper stabilization, which they also highlight if you're a left-handed writer or if you're a right-handed writer. They give you tips on that. Okay, so the next page we have is the lowercase letter instructions. Now, this is a great page because it teaches you their language and how they break down each step of creating the letters. So they'll give you what buzz around means, and zoom, and bump, and swing, and swoop, and loop, and all these fun words that they use to teach the letters. They go through that with you on this page. Okay, so our next page is the lowercase letters reference chart. And this is a page that I personally laminate and post up so they can see the letters and how they're. The next page is read each cursive word and write each word in manuscript. So this pretty much takes the reference chart a step further. Okay, so we are seeing the words and the letters all put together, and we want to make sure the child understands it. The next page is probably one of my favorite pages, and it is for that pre-writing. So if you have a little learner, this is a great page that, you know, a little learner who's really interested, that's maybe not ready for this yet, this is a great page to start. The next couple of pages, actually, they are great for pre-writing. They will teach your child how to hold the pencil and how to start making those movements that you'll see in cursive writing. This is even great for print or manuscript writing as well. You'll see it in many of our activity packs. We have those pre-writing activities, and that is great for beginning learning how to write and form your letters. So as you're going to see now, we're going to show you our pages of lettering. So we start with the letter I, and as you can see on the top, we have the instructions on how to form the letter. So you start at the green dot, and then you zoom up, zoom down, swing out, and dot the top. Those action activities or words that really grab your child's attention and teach them how to form the letter. It reminds them, and they'll sit there, and they'll recite it. Zoom up, zoom down, swing out, dot the top. They'll recite it as they're forming their letters, and it really instills the steps that need to be taken to write the letter and write it properly. And I love this little feature on each page. They have a little fact about something. So the word for lowercase I is ice. And then they have the little fact on the bottom. Did you know water freezes into ice at 32 degrees Fahrenheit? Love that. Love how each page is filled with learning. Okay, so I'm showing you all the pages that are in the book really quickly here. I love that each page has the instructions on the top, a word and picture of the word that they're using to show you the letter that they're teaching, and I love the fact on the bottom. I've already stated that. It's just awesome. I also love that on the bottom of each page they have the join the letters, write the letters and words. I love it. I love it because When you learn cursive handwriting, usually, at least from my days, you learn each letter, and then learning how to bring them all together is a separate task in and of itself. And I love that they teach you right away, right from page 1, that you're going to have to connect these letters together. And I love that. It's a great feature. So as we go through this book, you'll see how they do that with each and every letter. Okay, so before we get into learning our uppercase letters in this workbook, they go over something that's really great, and that's how the many cursive letters have like these swoops, or as they like to call it, tail connectors, and how those tail connectors join the letters together, and sometimes they change the second letter a little bit, and they really go over that in this page, and I love that. I love that they go through and take the time to show how letters can change when you're using cursive. It's a really important factor in learning cursive. So once you've gone through that, they bring you to their uppercase letter instructions, and just like the lowercase letter instructions, they basically go through how they're going to teach you the uppercase letters, the words that you're going to see, like zip, hook, bump, zoom, squiggle, swing out, and they just give you an overall background after that, just like when we were doing the lowercase. They have an uppercase letters reference chart. Again, I love to have this page laminated and posted where my children do their writing. So we start with uppercase with the letter A, and just like the lowercase, we learn the letters by having a word and also having our instructions at the top. So for A, we have buzz around the top, zoom down, and swing out. Then you trace and write the letters. I like that they make you kind of critique your own work by circling. Even in the lowercase, they did this, circling your best, like what you think you did the best. And on the bottom of this one, they actually make you write a sentence. The sentence is related to the trivia fact. So I love this. Number one, you're getting that into their memory because they're writing it out. When you finish writing all your letters and learning how they're formed, then you get to learn how to write days of the week in cursive, or you really practice because you already know how to make your letters. So now you're practicing by writing the days of the week. Writing the months of the year is the next one. The planets in our solar system, which is really great. Now they give you the continents, and you get to write them in cursive on the next page, and then you get to even answer questions like which continent do you live on, and which continent would you like to visit. The next page, you see that it has write the Earth's oceans in cursive, and you can write on the bottom, it says in cursive, write the names of 6 animals that live in the ocean or on the beach, which is really great for free writing and getting the kids to start thinking and experimenting and coming up with their own ideas, and it'll lead them to like wanting to actually write and write stories and things. Now we have on the next page, write the name of each shape in cursive under the correct category. So we have 2-dimensional shapes and 3-dimensional shapes, and you sort them. Okay, so the next page, write a story in cursive about a key that opens a special door, is one of my favorite pages. I know I have many in this book, but it is a great page because it opens your child's imagination and makes them have to write a story. And it doesn't have to be, an award-winning story, but it gets them writing and it gets them to start thinking and creating their own ideas. And I love our little graphic at the bottom with Max, and he's opening the door. And then the next page is Practice Your Signature, which is much needed for life. And I don't get why they took cursive handwriting out of school, because it's a skill that you need a lot. But anyway, you get to actually practice your signature. So they'll write their names. They could write the names of their family members and friends. So that was the Fundanoodle I Can Write Cursive Workbook. It teaches so comprehensively well cursive handwriting. I love the facts. I love the added extension that that makes your kids practice their handwriting and think outside the box and gets them writing and creating their own stories and just thinking. I just love that. And I love that Fundanoodle goes that one step ahead and really brings that to children and educators. So this is great for if you're a homeschool parent like me, or if you just want to teach your kids cursive handwriting as a side skill that they really do need to know. So if you're a teacher and you think that this would be great for your classroom, it does meet the requirements for Common Core. It is great for all students. So as you can see, it's great for left-handed writers. It's great for right-handed writers. The instructions are right there for the student. It's a great workbook. So if you would like to put this in your classroom, you could totally feel confident in putting this into your classroom. We do provide fundraisers. So if you are interested in getting a fundraiser and maybe getting this provided for your whole class, so we can provide that for you. And I just love this workbook, and I hope that you saw all the benefits from it, and I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek of I Can Write Cursive. If you have any comments or recommendations of a product that you want to see next week, let me know in the comments section below. If you like this video, of course, give us a thumbs up. And as always, subscribe and share, because this is Blooming Brilliant, where you grow smart.